Hey, it's me, GV, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play The Elder Scrolls Skyrim Part 64. In the last episode, we live-streamed Skyrim for an hour on my 24-hour live stream. By the way, if you missed it, it went way better than I could have ever expected, and it is in my Twitch channel's archive. So you can go there and watch it if you would like to. If not, hey, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to pressure you into doing it. Do it. Do it! Do it! Don't you want to be cool? Don't you want to be cool, huh? Well, that's what you got to do to be cool. But okay, anyways, so like I said, I'm not going to pressure you at all. You can do that if you would like to. Anyways, in this episode, well, in the last episode as well, we entered the Soul Cairn, as you can see here. And I'm walking around trying to find some more, I forget what they're called, soul husks. Now, I know for a fact, oh, now look at this. This is a whole bunch of soul husks here. Okay, this is actually going to be way easier to find than I thought. Don't mind if I do. That should be 4 there. 5, 6, and 7. Now we're trying to get 25 because there is a merchant. And this volume is extremely low, so bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, as I turn this just a little bit higher. It's probably going to get really loud after I try and use a fireball. Yeah, a merchant wanted us to get 25 of them, and as you can see, it's not too difficult collecting them so far, which I like very much, because I don't like collectathons, and not only do I not like collectathons, but you don't find them too often in Skyrim, and this is one of the few cases where we have to... You know what I just realized? We don't even need to do this. This isn't even a quest, is it? Nope, this is not even a quest. This is just something that's miscellaneous. Let's harvest the Soul Fisher. You have no empty soul gems to fill. Oh, well, that's because I have not been grabbing soul gems. So, anyways, as you can see, I don't really remember how great of a job I did during the live stream in explaining where we are, but we're in the Soul Cairn, which is pretty much where all souls go once you trap them in soul gems, which is very interesting. Actually, wait, only human souls, right? I forget the distinction. Again, not the lore guy. I have to say that many, many times. Also, it looks like we have an enemy somewhere over here, and I didn't see what that was. Regardless, yes, we're in the Soul Cairn, and it's an open world area that I thought was a really nice addition to the Dawnguard DLC, and every time I play a minute of the Dawnguard DLC, I realize just how big it is, and I always forget how big it actually is, because there's even another section that's a huge open world section. After this one, I don't want to spoil what it is, but I don't know why, I just seem to forget that these places exist. Anyways, I think we will do as best as we can of a job in order to grab all of these soul husks, because I really am just genuinely curious as to what this merchant is going to give us. Now, I have done this before, and let's go ahead and take this time to see how many soul husks we have. I'm not sure if it is considered an ingredient or food, but we will find this out very soon here. Do we have a soul husk? Is it in here? No, is it food? It is food. Interrupts the soul drain effect in the Soul Cairn. Resist 10% of magic for 10 seconds. So as you can see, it's got a pretty interesting effect. We need 10 more of these things, though. And as you've been seeing, we've been finding pretty good concentrations of them so far. And as you can imagine, we can't go past this little blue barrier here. I don't want to spend the entirety of this episode just searching for soul husks. Searching for soul husks. So we're gonna go ahead and I think go past the big wall, but there's a lot of things to do and explore in this area, and it's just really, really cool. For instance, this thing right here, we have a chest which is going to have a bunch of stuff, obviously, as if that's what chests were for, you know. Also, we have the lightning attractor. Grand or greater soul gems can be placed atop the apparatus. Well, let's place a soul gem, shall we? Okay. I'm forgetting exactly what happens here, but as I thought, yes, it summons a whole bunch of these new enemies, which are basically reskinned skeletons and Draugr, called Wrathman and Boneman. Is that going to be it? I think there's something to do with souls, though. Yes, they drop empty soul gems, amongst other things. I'm not sure if that's worth it or not. 15, 16, 17, 18. So we're at 18 soul husks. Now, where was the other... Oh, 19. Very nice. Where was the other guy that I just killed? Because I'm sure he's going to have... Was that... Common soul gem. Yes, there we go. And then I think we can go... And also, I think we want to grab this, right? Yes. Oh, it makes a black soul gem. Oh, okay. I see how this goes. It's been a long time since I've played through the Soul Cairn, ladies and gentlemen, so bear with me as I get my bearings. Are those some soul husks over there? I think we were at 19, right? We should be able to check right here. 19, yes, so we need 6 more. 20, 21, 20, come on, 2. Okay, so we need 3 more to give to the merchant, and I would not be surprised. Oh, and there's a soul fisher. Let's go ahead and grab some stuff there. Soul harvested, sweet. Can I continue to harvest this soul fisher, or is it just one? Looks like it's one soul fisher. Also, over here you can see we've got like an entrance. There's just a ton of stuff to do and explore in the Soul Cairn. It's really cool. And a lot of it is miscellaneous. And a lot of it I'm sure you guys have seen before. Okay, how many do we need now? We need 3 more. Okay, 23, 24. Who are you?
I miss the warm
I don't care.
sunshine.
Leave me alone. We need 1 more soul husk, and we will climb the top of whatever this is, this tower or structure or whatever you'd like to call it, and see what we're going to have at the top. Looks like something.
That's the last time I argue with a Dromora.
That's the last time I argue with a Dromora. Yeah, I probably should have realized that would have been a bad idea, my friend. Okay, looks like there's nothing on the tip over here, so let's go this way. Only 1 more soul husk, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your eyes peeled if you would be so kind, even though there's no... Oh, you see that? Right there? I hope I didn't destroy it, but there's one. Let's remember that. Okay, so I think our soul is being drained here. This is what it was referring to. Ooh, a grand soul gem. Very nice. We're getting very close on our maximum carry weight here. Okay, so basically...
The screams, they pierce
the only point to get rid of the soul harvest effect or whatever it was called is so that you can loot some chests, I guess. Regardless, here we have the last soul husk and as well as a couple more, which, like I said, we're probably going to need to get more to fully upgrade the merchant or whatever. I don't quite remember, but for now, we will move on. And I will also grab fast healing since we have a chance to increase our restoration, which does not really matter. Look at all these soul husks. How much do they weigh? They have to weigh something, I imagine. They weigh 0.1. Okay, not much at all. Alright, so we'll grab any and every one that we see, and also grab all of these souls to fill our soul gems. But as you can see, this is a great way to increase enchanting, just because you can take your empty soul gems here and just fill them. You don't even need to trap souls. Alright, so what do we have here?
Damn Akaviri shaman. How could I know it would trap my soul?
Okay, also we have Jub's Opus, page 1. I'm not going to... Oh, you know what? This is not that long. I am a hunter. I am a redeemer. I am Jub. The tale of my rise to glory begins in the ash wastes of Morrowind. I rode alone, weapon at my side, and the burning wind stinging my face. My quest was arduous, but necessary to ensure the survival of the Dunmer people. A pestilence was creeping across the ashlands. We're going to go ahead and take that. That's actually part of a quest. Also, we have a Grand Soul Gem there in the Book of Life and Service. I'm not sure what this is, but we're going to take it just in case it's important. Also, we need to get through this big wall, and I don't remember how, so let's go into the map and press X. There should be like an opening. I think that's it over there to the left. Okay, so further we move, let's grab Fireball. As you remember, we are done with Conjuration, or at least we're close to being done. We can't complete the Conjuration because the Conjuration Master Spell, or the Master Quest, because Serana is with us and she ruins everything. Freaking Serana. Alright, we're going to go over here to the right where that merchant was and turn in all of these soul husks, which again are not part of a main quest, so we don't technically have to do it, but we're going to do all the cool things in this 100% playthrough regardless.
Brought some soul husks? Or are you wasting my time?
Got anything left to sell?
Well, I've been so busy, I don't know. What, are you kidding me?
Okay, here we go. So as you can see, we have a sword, a battle axe, light armor, heavy armor, and a spell tome, all of which are 25 husks. Well, of course, the spell tome is the thing that interests Adronach most. So, a spell tome.
Sure, here you go. Can't understand a word of it. Maybe it will do you some good.
Okay, so that's very unfortunate because what he has given us is Calm, and I forgot what he was going to give us, but that is definitely a book that we already know. Oh, okay, or not. We don't know that. Now we do, but I'm pretty sure that's a spell that you can find regardless. And what is it? Should be illusion then? Creatures and people up to level 11 won't fight for 30 seconds. Yes, I'm pretty sure we just didn't buy that one, but we don't need to go to the Soul Cairn to get it, so that's very unfortunate. Got anything left to sell?
I might just be a soul now, but I'm still not going to give my stuff away. Bring me at least 25 husks, and then we'll talk.
So I'm not sure exactly what else he'll give you, but it sounds like it's going to be pretty random and pretty crappy. So thanks for nothing, buddy. Not going to bring you any more soul husks, but enjoy your death. He said, oh, here we have Jub's Opus, page 10. Oh, I was hoping they would be in order, but that's not the case. Okay, well then we're not going to read these because they're not going to make much sense out of order. Maybe we'll read them if we find number 2, etc. Here we have a skeleton. We'll take his bone meal and his gold. He's not using it. He's not going to mind. Alright, so like I said, the Soul Cairn is fairly large, and there's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of towers to explore, and just little areas, and it's very interesting, and I have completely explored it and completely done everything, if I remember right. But for now, we will move on, and we will be doing all the quests. I think there might be only one literal quest that appears in your... Maybe 2, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure, but it's been a while, so I'll probably have to look them up to remind myself. But here we have another lightning rod, which we can turn a soul gem into a black soul gem, but we don't really need those just yet. We can always come back. So for now, I think we will continue on our main quest's path and hopefully come across certain people and things on our path. We'll have to keep a lookout for them because, again, once more, this place is so large, it's easy to get lost and not realize where you're going and what you're missing out on. But regardless, we'll follow the main path up to this ominous tower up ahead, and we will press start and take a look at what we need to do beyond death. Serana and I have entered the Soul Cairn in pursuit of her estranged mother, Valerica, and the Elder Scroll she took when she fled Castle Valkahar. Locate Valerica. And it looks like she's somewhere over here, and I'm not sure why we would know that, other than it being the largest structure we've come across so far. So, let's head atop this rubble and see if there's anything, but of course there's not, because why would there be anything on a bunch of rubble that is hard to traverse? Not good game design. So moving on. Got more piles of bones, and some sort of force field is blocking our way. I cannot move forward past this point, which is interesting considering it's not really... Well, if we back up a bit, we can see what's blocking us. But someone is behind there, and we can see an alchemical lab, and I'm pretty sure we should be able to see this person. Yeah, you can just make out the hand right there, but we cannot go through here. It's not working out. So, Serana, do you have any insight?
Look at this place. I can't imagine choosing to come here. My mother must have been terrified.
Do you know anything about this place?
Just what my mother told me. I've also studied a little bit on my own, but there's not much. When something is trapped in a soul gem, and then the energy is used for powering an enchantment, the remnants are sent here.
Any soul gem? I'm pretty sure we've asked her this already, so I'm going to go ahead and leave.
The black ones. I don't know if the soul...
Yeah, I specifically remember her saying that. Okay, so we have to find some way to get in here, and we can't get past this magical barrier. So I think the only thing that we can do at the moment is traverse the outside, but as you can see, we're probably going to come up against a barrier right around here, or not. We can move through it. I really don't think that the game wants me to... And look at that, we've got some souls down there. Okay, this is pretty interesting. Oh, maybe not, though. Maybe the game will let us go through here. Let's cross our fingers, because I am not remembering this.
I miss the warm
Yeah, you
sunshine.
souls all say the same thing. How about get some distinguishing aspects between you guys? Distinguishing dialogue, jeez. Okay, soul, right? Yes, nice to meet you, soul.
Madness. It was madness to attack that coven of witches. Why didn't they listen to me?
I'm not sure, man. That's something you have to figure out for yourself. Okay, let's go over here where we just have a chest. That's nice, but it's not what we want. Okay, we'll take that, we'll take that, we'll take that. Alright. I may have to figure this out myself, and something is attacking us, it looks like. But for the meantime, let's head down here and continue to just circle this giant area. Locate Valerica. I mean, we did that technically. It's leading us right to that person, so that would have to be Valerica. But how are we going to get through it? And it looks like it's not even going to let me get past this. I feel like Serana should be telling me something, but that's not the case. Either way, I'll see you guys on the other side. Alright, so I'm vaguely remembering that we have to, like, you know, disable the barrier or whatever, and I'm thinking this thing in the distance, this tower, is where we need to go to, because there should be another one over there. You guys can faintly see it. It's not glowing. Also, let's grab the soul fisher. Harvest those souls. So yes, I think that we need to go over here and disable whatever tower this is. The only issue is I'm not sure if we're actually going to be able to get to it, because it seems like it's pretty far in the distance over there. Also, we've got some soul husks and some structure over here to our left. But for now, we'll continue on with our mission and see if we can see anything. There were some souls, which I should have checked, because there is somebody we want to talk to. I think multiple people that we want to talk to in the soul cairn. But, well, we can't interact with this, right? Now, that seems like a soul fisher to me. But, no such luck. Okay, yes, it does look like we can make our way to this tower. And also, we have some enemies. Probably just some more bone men, right? Oh, sorry. I meant to call you a wrath man. So much cooler, dude. Are you gonna die, or do I need to... Fine. Oh! Well, that works, too. And do these guys... Oh, these guys always drop empty soul gems. Okay, well, we'll stock up on those so we can fill them up with the soul fisher. And here we have a keeper, which is a bigger baddie. Let's go ahead and activate Unrelenting Force. And shout him. Just light him up with fireballs and cross our fingers and hope that we can increase our... Oh, God, he does a lot of damage. Okay, hold on. Oh... God, no. That was a really, really terrible place to die. Alright, well, that was extremely unfortunate. Luckily for us, though, we didn't really do too much. We just looted a bunch of chests and also talked to that merchant, which group did not really be that significant. Also, I forgot, this is like the best place ever to use the Vampire Lord form. And also, what I did not realize is that someone informed me that we can use this whenever. We don't have to wait 24 hours like becoming a werewolf. So we're gonna see if using our drain life spell on these bone men or wrath men will allow us to do anything, but it looks like now they're... Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's see if this can increase our vampire lord powers. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It should be that we have to use this on humans, I would imagine. But we can try at least, can't we? And also, let's press B and just see if anything is increasing. There we have the Vampire Lord progress, and it's not doing anything, so it looks like no. And there's that big keeper, which we do not want to go anywhere near, and luckily we're a lot faster. Can we reanimate these guys? Should be able to, right? No? Okay. See how much damage we do to the keeper? Not much at all. There's a damage over time spell, though. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and need to revert form, even though we are faster and we can use bats. Oh! I did not even realize we could do this! Okay, if you hold LB, you can fly around at pretty much like no cost to stamina. Wow, okay. Vampire Lord form just keeps getting better and better, but in the Soul Cairn, unfortunately, we're not increasing our vampire powers. So I think we're going to go ahead and use Revert Form. Just so we can at least get some points into destruction. And let's make sure we have Fireball again, and we should still have... Nope, there we go. And we have our Unrelenting Force. Okay, and as he's attacking Serana, we will just light him up. Down you go, Keeper. Let's see what you have, because you were a tough fight. A Grand Black Soul Gem. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Alright, so it doesn't tell you have to destroy these towers, but as you can probably tell, there's something significant going on here. So we will go ahead and move through it and see. I'm pretty sure this is what we're supposed to do. Again, it's been a very long time, and only one time since I've completed the Dawnguard DLC. But we need to find some sort of entrance into this tower. Oh God, please actually have an entrance or something and not just be completely useless as you are seeming now. No, there has to be some way to activate this, because where Valerica is imprisoned, there's two of the same exact things. You guys can see there's two towers, and there's one over here, and then there's one over there. It has to be this. There's no way I have to look this up. There's no way, but there's probably a way, if I'm being totally honest. Over here we have Conjure Wrathman, which is a completely new spell. And luckily we have 100 Conjuration. Why am I going into magic? We need to actually learn it. Summons a Wrathman from the Soul Can for 60 seconds wherever the caster's pointing. Pretty nice. And as if to say, hey, you can summon us, here we have some Wrathman. Okay, guys, I'm thinking I might actually have to go look this up. I'm not realizing what to do. I'm sure it's probably very obvious, and a bunch of people are face-palming at the moment. I will be right back. Alright guys, so I'm gonna call this one the game's fault, because apparently what we're supposed to do is just have Serana talk to her mother through the barrier, and they disable the barrier or something, which is what I pretty much figured was supposed to happen, but it didn't happen because Serana would like not climb up the stairs, and Serana's not with us, as you can see right now, which is very, very unfortunate. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to step like right over here and wait about 3 hours and hope that Serana gets her annoying ass over here. I spoke so highly of her before, and now she's just causing problems left, right, and center. As you can see, she's not even... Oh, there you are. Okay, come on, Serana. I need you to... If only we had the Fallout system with companions where I could tell you to like walk up here. Come on, your mom's like right through here. Come
Mother?
on. There we go.
Mother!
It can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to complete the prophecy our way, not his.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you. So how has it come to pass that a vampire of mixed blood is in the company of my daughter?
I've saved her from your foolish plan.
I find your choice of words quite interesting, considering that Serana is in far more danger now than she was following my foolish plan. Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you.
That's why I'm here, for the Elder Scroll.
You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself.
What do you mean?
When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon.
How does Serana fit in?
Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor.
The tyranny of the sun requires Serana's blood.
Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible.
Are you saying Harkon means to kill her?
If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires.
I would never allow that to happen.
And how exactly do you plan on completing the prophecy without the death of my daughter?
I'll kill Harkon.
If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans?
And Serana's opinion in this?
You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. You see the tyranny of the sun as your chance at deification, And like Harkon, you won't hesitate to destroy anything that stands in your path.
Serana believes in me. Why won't you?
Serana? This stranger may call himself a vampire, but he knows nothing of our struggle. Why should I entrust you to him?
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known him than you've done in centuries.
How dare you? I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father.
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Serana, if you'd only open your eyes the moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can.
Do you have the Elder Scroll with you?
Yes. I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins.
What do we need to do?
You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down.
We'll return soon.
One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
If I leave the Soul Cairn, can I safely return?
As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer. Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
Alright, so I was on the right track. However, it appears like there are actually 2 more spires, and we don't actually have to climb the spire. So I think a good way to traverse the Soul Cairn is to become a vampire lord, obviously, and then not only use bats when we can, which seems to be twice in a row, but also to go into the air and then fly. I mean, that seems to be pretty much just as fast as using a horse. And there is a horse that you can get in the Soul Cairn. We've actually seen him in the last episode, and maybe we will be able to, we will be able to get him. It's just a matter of finding the guy that gives us that quest. But regardless, before we end this episode, we'll head on over to this spire and kill this keeper. It should be right around here. How's it going, buddy? Time to revert form. Unfortunately, I just realized Serana's not going to be able to... Oh, God. Serana's not going to be able to get anywhere near us. Okay, let's get back into first person. Alright. So it looks like it's eternally nighttime in the Soul Cairn, which is really good for us. Also, I think our Conjuration would be far better to use against this Keeper. You really going to take time to do that and taunt me in the middle of this when you're below half health? Okay, so yes, we are able to sprint, thank God, which we would not be able to do if this was daytime, or if the game considered this daytime, or what have you. It looks like we die in 2 hits to this guy, so we really can't afford even 1. Our magic just needs to regenerate just a little bit more, and it also looks like he doesn't want to go past here, so this is a little cheese strat, I guess. Alright, and down goes the second keeper, and we get another filled black soul gem. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. In the next one, we will kill the final keeper and hopefully release Valerica from her prison. I will see you guys there. Thanks for watching again. Bye-bye.